Welcome to our Rattan Mirror workshop. In your kit you should have 6 of our long pieces of rattan, these are 24 centimetres. You should have 6 of the shorter pieces, these are 14 centimetres. You'll have your cane, and this is for winding round and attaching all your rattan pieces. You'll have your hoop, this is the base of our mirror. You'll have a little hanger for the back, just basically to hang your mirror on the wall. A little bulldog clip, and that is for securing the cane to the hoop. Some glue gel, we'll use this for attaching our mirror to our rattan kind of piece. And you'll have a mirror as well. So I'm going to show you how to prepare your rattan pieces first of all, then start off your mirror, then I'll work through the 3 designs, showing you kind of each one and the kind of process to it. And in the end, I'll show you how to attach your mirror to your rattan. So we're going to start with design 1. It's design 1 on the sheet. If you've got your worksheet there, you'll see design 1, and it's the hooped one, so it's got the curves and the straight pieces as well. So for that you will need 5 of the long pieces, I've got 6 here soaking, and 5 of the short pieces as well. Now we need to soak our pieces, 1 to make them go straighter if they're curved, and 2 so that we can actually bend them. Now you don't want to soak them for too long because they can go a little bit stringy, so 10 minutes is about enough in some lukewarm water. So now that mine have been soaking for about 10 minutes, I'm going to start bending them just so they've got a little bit of muscle memory. Now this is for design 1. So I need to obviously have 5 curved pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend them around like this, really slowly and carefully. And yeah, it'll spring it back a bit, but when I go to actually attach it to my mirror, it should kind of know where it's going and be a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and bend all 5 of my pieces. Now if I was doing design 2, that's obviously just 6 of the curved pieces, it's a slightly simpler mirror, then I'd go ahead and bend this one as well, so that will be 6 pieces bent round. Now you can submerge your smaller pieces as well if they're slightly curved and you want them a little bit straighter. Pop them in the basin of water for a couple of minutes and they should straighten out really nicely. So if you have opted for design 3, you will need some secateurs. Now these are just my garden secateurs, but I have found these are the best way to cut your rattan pieces. Scissors don't work too well, but if you do find another way of cutting them, then by all means. So for design 3, which you'll see on your sheet is the kind of more spiky one, the short spikes and the long spikes all the way around, you will need 6 14 centimetre pieces. So we already have them in our kit. And then we need 6 10 centimetre pieces. So I'm going to cut our long pieces into 10 centimetre pieces. So I'm just going to lay this one here like this, and then just snip it. And once you have one, you can kind of just fold them up. So that is our pieces ready for design 3. So all the mirrors start by attaching our cane to our hoop. So what I'm going to do is pop a tiny bit of the super glue gel on the inside of the ring, doesn't matter where. And then as I'm looking at the hoop, so looking at it this way, on the right hand side I'm going to add my cane. So it's coming out from the right hand side like this, as you're looking at it. Okay. And then to secure that while it sets, I'm going to add my bulldog clip. Now I don't want to add it in the middle of the cane, I'm going to add it right down to the side so that I can carry on wrapping up around here immediately. So kind of just so it's just pinching it and no more on the side like that. So we're going to start with design 1. And design 1 is the looped one with the straight bits as well. So it's got 5 of the little curves and then 5 of the straight pieces as well. So we've got our cane attached, and I'm going to wrap it round carefully twice. So this cane can snap, so do be delicate with it. And I'm going to wrap it round the hoop 2 times, like that. So you can see up on the top there, I've got it wrapped around twice. Now the front is the side with the bulldog clip on it. So facing the front, I'm then going to add one of my pre-bent rattan pieces. And if I lay it on like this, on the front with maybe about 1.5 centimetres overhang into the middle of the hoop there, and then bring this piece of cane over the front like that. So I've not done anything special. I've literally wrapped it around twice, like that. Then I've laid on my rattan piece, and I've brought this piece of cane over the front in a diagonal, like so. Now you must make sure this is quite tight, and that's how everything keeps together. So that's like that. Then I'm going to bring it through the middle of the hoop. And if I flip this over into the back just to show you, and I'm going to bring it down the kind of right hand side of my piece of rattan. So round like that and back round to the front. So it's come through the hoop in the middle there. It's going down the right hand side as you're looking at it of that piece in the back. Now if I flip it back over onto the front, now we want to finish our cross here. So we've got diagonal that way, it's come like that. We're going to cross and create a cross on the front like that. Perfect. And then we're going to continue wrapping round our hoop. Now in between each piece of rattan, I'm going to wrap it round 7 times. Pick these bits off. So just this is a simple wrap. So I mean these are 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 full rounds. And then as before, okay, I'm going to bend this round. Now we already bent it, so it should be slightly easier. It should kind of remember where it's going. And overhang it slightly on the front, like that. Now hold it tight and bring this piece over in front on a cross. Push it back, there we go. Through the middle and on the back. You don't have to flip it over, but I'm just showing you. Oops. I'm going to bring it down through the middle of the hoop, so on the right hand side of the rattan. Okay. And then cross it in front. So finish my cross. So I'm kind of at this stage. And I'll finish that cross like this. So that's now attached. You'll feel it should feel quite secure on there. So once you finish your cross there, like that, you're going to loop it round once. And that is going to be a little break before we pop on our straight piece. So the straight piece, again, exactly as before, it's be on the front like that. I'm going to bring it crossed in front to the back on that side of it, like this. And then finish my cross on the front. Oops, can be quite fiddly. Then I'm going to loop it around once again, has a wee break, like a little gap. And then grab my next piece of round rattan. Same again, diagonal in front, round the back, through that gap, finish the cross on the front, and then wrap it round 7 times. Bend this piece round carefully. Across the front. Through the middle. Finish the cross. And then loop it round once. Now if you get stuck at all and you don't know what the pattern is, have a wee look at your worksheet. But if you remember, it's 7, 1, 1, 7, 1, 1, 7, all the way around. And later on in the video, I'll show you how to finish off your mirror. So project 2 is very similar to project 1. It is just the curved pieces of rattan going all the way around. So you will need 6 of your long pieces for this project. Now, if you watched project 1, design 1, then you will be a bit ahead of the game here. But I'm just going to show you again how to attach these pieces. So to start, it's exactly the same as design 1. We're going to wrap this cane around our hoop twice. So nothing special there, just wrapped it around twice. And then I'm going to put it down so that it is front side up. Now the front side is going to be the side with the bulldog clip, so that's how you know. And then I'm going to take my first piece of my rattan and lay it, kind of place it so that it's got about 1.5 to 2 centimetre overlap into the centre, like that. Now you'll see this piece of cane is coming out of the back. I am then going to wrap this piece of cane diagonally in front of my rattan, like that, to secure it. Now this is exactly the same way as design 1 is done, so if you've already done it, then go ahead and get cracking with your rattan mirror. If you've not, then what we need to do is, we've done this, I'm going to flip it over just to show you. So holding it carefully, you don't need to turn it over, but I'm going to show you this way. I'm then going to take my cane and bring it up the right side, the right hand side as you're looking at it, back to the front. So something like that. And then the kind of obvious thing to do is to finish that cross. We want a nice cross on the front here. So I'm literally just going to wrap that piece round like that, and then carry on wrapping round the hoop. So I'm going to wrap round the hoop 7 times. That's a kind of break in the middle before we bend the rattan round to secure it. So 7 times round. And what I'm going to do now is just carefully bend my piece of rattan down. Now hold it with my thumb, that's kind of how I like to hold it. Again, I've got this piece out at the back, it's just kind of chilling there. I'm going to cross it in front. Now you might need to pull this a bit tighter. This time I'm going to pop it through the middle. Oops. So again, if you look at it from the back, you're going just down the right hand side of your piece. Same as before. And then finish the cross in front. Now this is where it slightly differs from design 1. We're going to do 2 loops in the middle here. We don't have the straight one to break it up, so we need a little bit more of a gap. So our little break is 2 full rounds, kind of like at the beginning here, before we grab our next piece, lay it on the same as before, attach it with the cross. You'll be a dab hand at this by now. Cross it over. Make sure it's really nice and tight and secure. You need some nimble fingers for this project. So design 2 is a slightly different pattern to design 1. It goes 2, 7, 2, 7, 2, 7 all the way around. And later on in the video I'll show you how to finish off your mirror. Now on to design 3. We are finally at design 3, and if this is the one you've been waiting for, then I'm glad that you made it this far. If you've watched a bit of designs 1 and 2, you will know how to attach your rattan by now. It's the same process, but I'm going to go through it anyway, as this is a slightly different design. So I'm going to start by wrapping my cane around my hoop twice. And then I'm going to grab one of my 14cm pieces, so the longer pieces, and lay it onto my ring on the front. So the front is the side with the bulldog clip sticking out. And I want a wee bit of an overhang in the middle, probably about 2 centimeters, something like that. So this piece is kind of just chilling out here at the back. I'm not doing anything special with it, it's just kind of ready to wrap around again. And what I'm going to do is just cross it over in front like this. So it's kind of crossing on a diagonal, and it's kind of secured that onto the front of the hoop. Then if I flip it over just to show you, bring this through the middle of the hoop like this. Just that back round. I'm going to bring this piece of cane up the right hand side of my piece of rattan. So as you're looking at it from the back, up the right hand side, back round to the front. So it's looking a bit something like this. And then we obviously need to finish our cross to make it look cool. So I'll just cross it over in front, and then I'm going to begin wrapping it round the hoop again. So with this design, in between each piece of rattan, it's 4 loops round. So this is like a little break just to give us a nice design. So that's 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 all the way around. Now I'm going to grab a slightly shorter piece, just to give us a bit of interest, and overlap it in the middle the same amount as before, and I'm going to attach it the same way. So diagonal in front, round the back, through the middle of the hoop to round the back. Then I'm going to bring it forward, over the top, and finish off the cross like that. then it goes round again 4 times. Then I would grab one of my longer pieces again, lay it on, attach it the same as before with a cross. Like so. And then carry on this pattern all the way around. If at any point you need to change your cane going round, if it runs out, then what you need to do is glue your piece of cane down, the piece you're using on the inside, just with a piece of glue. And then right on top of that piece of cane, put a spot of super glue. And then as before, making sure the front is facing that way, we're going to bring our cane out on the right hand side as we look at it. So I'm just going to put that directly on top of that last piece of cane, as you can see. And I'm going to bulldog clip it just to hold it while it sits, so something like that, and then carry on with my design. So once you've secured your piece of cane in at the back there, you can trim off any excess, and now we're ready to just add our mirror. So the best way to do this is to place your rattan piece face down. So if you've forgotten which way is up and down, the front is this side with the crosses on all of the designs. So put your crosses face down, and then take your trusty super glue gel and just put a few spots of the super glue all the way around this ring at the back here. Now this is the same for all the designs as well. So I'm just popping maybe about an inch apart. Some little bits of glue. You don't want masses because it'll kind of squirt out, go everywhere. That looks about right. And then I'm going to put my mirror, obviously mirror side down, so that the mirror is facing through this way. So you should have the black side facing up towards you. I'm just going to place this on the back like this onto my glue. And then I would just leave that to properly glue for a good few hours, just so that that's really secure on the back there. The last thing to do is to attach your little hanger. So I would probably pop that kind of towards the top of where you're going to hang it, not right in the middle, or it might kind of flip forward a little bit, so around there. And this is on its own sticky pad, so just remove the film, the paper from that, and then just place it wherever you want it, probably about there. Make sure that's firmly stuck down. Once your mirror is fully stuck onto your rattan design, you are ready to give your mirror a really good polish and then find the perfect spot to hang it. If you have enjoyed making this project, then please send us a photo or tag us in a picture on Facebook and Instagram. We are at the Edinburgh Craft Club.